I started trading almost 20 years ago, and these are some of the things that I wish I knew before I took my first trade. Stay tuned. Hey traders, or soon to be traders, warm welcome to you. All right, so when I started trading, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I just got involved with the market and I was hooked straight away. I loved the markets, I loved the challenge, I loved the idea of it being a continually evolving puzzle. I liked looking at charts on a screen. I liked the risk factor of it. I liked the unlimited upside. I liked the doing it yourself thing. Everything resonated with me at the time. And so looking back on that, that's what got me involved in it. And then I embarked on it, and here I am still today, chugging away and enjoying every moment. Completely different trader to the trader I was then, thank goodness. I was an awful trader when I first started out, but markets are still here, markets are changing, dynamic, people are changing, but they're always going to be here, guys. It's always going to be something that if you can make work, it's fantastic. But let me just give you some of the things that I think that a lot of new traders don't consider. The first one, guys, it's a mental game. Now we think, why is it a mental game? It's just about picking the right market that's going up, right? You pick a stock, it goes up, you make money. Pick another one, goes up, and makes money. Pick a currency pair that's going down, you're shorting it, it makes money. Yes, in simplified terms, but it's a battle with your mind. It is such a mental game that you start to realize after you've been in the game for a few months that it's not about picking the trades, it's actually about you managing your emotions about how you feel about money. It's about how you interact with the markets, how you manage risk, how you do all of these things is what's super important. It's not so much about picking the next market, because that is it's not an easy thing to do, but once you have a strategy that's effective and you know it's effective over time, you know, you can develop it and you improve it and adjust it, and you kind of transition to different markets and different strategies and stuff. And by the way, there's loads of strategies on this channel that are a good place to start from and maybe use and make into your own strategies. But it's the mental game that you just don't realize that it is until you start to get into the thick of it. So be aware of that. And if you like personal development, if you like becoming a better person, if you like working on yourself, you will love trading. If you don't and you've kind of avoided all that, be very careful before you get into it, because it will develop into that as opposed to picking the next market that's going up. You need to be tough. Number two, you need to be tough because you will be tested. Now, I'm not talking about tough as in I've been as a bare knuckle box. I'm talking about tough as in having the mental resilience when you've been hammered on a trade, you've been hammered in the day, and you just feel awful, you've lost money, nothing seems to be going right, of picking yourself back up and getting back in it and not succumbing to the whole, I'm just going to go and do all or nothing, I'm just going to gamble it away, I'm just going to go on tilt, I'm just going to blow up an account, I don't care anymore. Being tough and resilient enough to grind your way back up, because you will be punched in the face more times than you've ever been when you're in the markets, when you're involved in the markets. And it's the resilience to be able to get back up and to keep moving forward, to keep the vision in your mind of what you're trying to do as a trader, that's going to make the difference between whether you fall by the wayside and go, you know what, I had a go at it, it wasn't for me, and I'll blame somebody else with it, it's the broker of the market, it's all rigged, no one makes any money, all those excuses that people make when they're by the wayside. Or you're going to be the one that's kind of starting to make some progress, starting to find some edge for yourself, starting to increase your profits, starting to boost the equity curve up. That's about the resilience, because you're going to be tested and it's going to sting at times. The third thing I wish I knew is that you're going to lose money at first. I thought I'd go in and maybe have a bit of drawdown. Didn't think I'd get such smack that I did when I first started trading. And guys, I don't think anyone thinks they expect to lose money. If you can reframe in your mind that this is a learning journey, and the first account that you have, or half of it, may well be lost to education in the markets, you're in a much better frame of mind. We all come in thinking, yeah, you know what, we can do 100 grand a week and this and that and the other. The Aston Martin brochures come out. It's all very well and good, but that needs to come with time. You need to start out. There's so many things to learn and about yourself and the markets before you're even making a couple of $100, let alone up in your game to the other levels that are there. So just be mindful, you will lose money. If you're going with that attitude, then when you do, it's not a shock, it doesn't hurt you, you're expecting to lose money. It's a cost of sort of starting the business, if you like. The fourth thing is it's a never-ending process, and that should be the joy of it. I always thought when I started that once I got to profitability, that will be it. You know, I'm a profitable trader, that's great. Now I can just kind of cruise along. It doesn't work like that. That's a first kind of milestone, of course it is. And it's great then when you're in a process and you know you're comfortable enough, you know that, hey, over time, I'm making money in the markets. It's a nice place to be, don't get me wrong. But then there's further levels to that. You know, you're trying to increase your size, you're trying to adjust it with your lifestyle, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. You know, there's such a never-ending process and journey. And by the way, guys, just getting to that profitability stage is a real slog as it is, and it's a real challenge, but you've got to learn to enjoy the process, whatever you're trading with, swing trading, day trading. That's the key, rather than kind of seeing the money as the ultimate goal. The fifth thing is to find your own style or strategy. You know, I kind of copied a few people at the beginning, and you know, maybe I probably didn't really believe the strategies enough, but as soon as I looked to the markets from my own perspective and I focused on my edge, which was price action trading, and it has been for so long. It's developed and tweaked and adjusted timeframes and when I'm trading slightly, but it's all been really around how price is responding to things, and that's just my strategy and my edge. But you develop your own, but it's finding your own that works for you, your mindset, the way you think, the type of person you are. This may sound like, what are you talking about? It's all just about picking the right market. Again, this is something that you don't know at the beginning. And why should you? It's a brand new career for you, a brand new opportunity for you. And this is the sort of thing that, okay, when you learn about strategy, when you learn about specific method, grab bits that are useful to develop your own system and strategy, one that you believe in, one that works for you and that you can trust and build and develop on over time. Copying is fine. It seems like it's a good shortcut, but ultimately it never ends. It's not a long-term solution, put it that way. And the fifth and final thing, guys, is with all this, I guess, a little bit negative, if you can do it, it's the most enjoyable and rewarding career if you're one of the few that can make it work. If you can stick to it and you can make it work and you can limit the losers at the beginning, it's all about keeping that loss down, keep trading small, start small, 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 small. If you find that you enjoy it and you're enjoying the process and you like the mental aspect of the game, it's one of the most rewarding things that you will do. It has a positive knock-on effect for most people in their day-to-day life as well. Some people, it doesn't fit well with them at all. There's no shame in trying it out and saying it's not for me, I'm moving on. But if you can make it work, and if you enjoy the markets, you enjoy trading, you enjoy looking at the charts, you enjoy making the risk, taking the risk, you enjoy all the aspects of trading, the ability to do it from wherever you are, not being tied to a screen, all those positive things that you know is out there. Don't to kind of repeat things. We're not naive here, guys. We know that the upsides of trading are the financial side of it and the kind of flexibility. But if you can make it work from the mental side of it, it's super rewarding. It's a super good challenge and something that, is a skill that if you develop and you're good at it, it's going to be with you forever. It's not always going to be, you can't just use the markets like a cash machine, it doesn't work like that, but you're still going to be able to fall back on a skill that you can nurture and develop and use as and when you fancy taking some risk and you see an opportunity you want to capitalize on. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I've got for you for new trader. Make sure you keep the risk managed. The secret is, if there was a secret, it's just to kind of limit those losses at the beginning, understand it's a mental game, and just try to develop your process slowly, and take your time and enjoy the journey. Take care. Bye-bye.